The Galaxy S26 Ultra isn't supposed to arrive for months, yet it already feels like Samsung's next big gamble has been exposed piece by piece. Leaks are stacking up so quickly that the phone story almost writes itself, and it's looking both groundbreaking and a little controversial. We're talking about new chipsets with clock speeds brushing 4 GHz, design shakeups that bring back old favorites, camera upgrades that could rewrite Samsung's playbook, and even whispers of futuristic display tech that almost sounds too bold to be real. Yeah, this one is shaping up to be a wild ride. Welcome back, viewers. James here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you want more deep dives like this, because today's leaks are too good to scroll past. Let's start with raw power, because the numbers are jaw-dropping. The Exynos 2600 just popped up again on Geekbench, pulling a single core score above 3,300 and a multi-core soaring past 11,000. That's a serious jump over what we've seen before, and the configuration is unusual too. 10 cores split across clusters, with a prime core running at 3.8 GHz. It's paired with Android's 1612 GB of RAM and Samsung's usual Silicon ID patterns, meaning these aren't just placeholder numbers. Samsung's clearly testing its next flagship engine months ahead of schedule. And that's just one side of the story. Because while Samsung polishes Exynos, Qualcomm is also shaking things up. Their next chip isn't going to be the Gen 2 branding people expected. Instead, leaks point to the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, a naming shift that hints at bigger ambitions. Samsung will likely keep its for Galaxy custom edition with that crazy 4.74 GHz peak core speed, higher than anything in the S25 Ultra. Put simply, both chipmakers are swinging hard, and the S26 Ultra is where those punches will land first. Now, you can't talk Galaxy Ultra without talking S Pen. Remember how the S25 Ultra quietly stripped away Bluetooth features, killing air gestures and remote controls? Fans weren't happy. But here's the twist. Leaks say the S26 Ultra brings Bluetooth back, only this time supercharged with Galaxy AI. New tricks like drawing assist could turn the stylus from a note-taking tool into a full-blown creative assistant. The bigger question is how long this revival lasts. Since some insiders think the S Pen may vanish entirely by the S27 Ultra, that's a cliffhanger Samsung fans are already debating. Speaking of revivals, design is where Samsung might get nostalgic. Reports say the S26 Ultra could bring back the camera island we last saw on the S21 Ultra. At first glance, it looks like a design throwback, but in reality, it's a necessity. Bigger sensors demand more space, and rumors point to a wider f1.4 aperture paired with the same 200-megapixel HP2 sensor. That small shift in aperture could be the difference between noisy night shots and breathtaking low-light captures. Plus, the 3x telephoto lens could jump from 10 megapixels to a stunning 50, making zoom photos cleaner and sharper than ever. Of course, Samsung giveth and Samsung taketh away. Certification documents confirm a 5000 mAh battery again, no increase over last year. On paper, that feels underwhelming, especially when rivals are pushing past 500 mAh. But Samsung is betting on efficiency instead, smarter AI power management, plus whispers of upgraded 60W charging that would finally speed things up. It's a gamble, but if the battery really lasts longer in practice, fans might forgive the numbers. And then there's the curveball, something called Flex Magic Pixel. Imagine a display that doesn't just look sharper, but can actually limit its viewing angles using AI. Basically, privacy mode built straight into the screen without killing brightness. No more nosy seat neighbors sneaking a peek. If this tech debuts on the S26 Ultra, Samsung could set a whole new standard for premium phone displays. Even the shape of the phone is in question. Ice Universe claims the Ultra will ditch sharp corners for a rounder, more ergonomic design. Some call it copying Apple, but let's be honest, if it feels better in the hand, most people won't complain. The body is rumored to be thinner and lighter, but also slightly taller and wider. In other words, Samsung is tweaking the formula without breaking it. Every leak seems to add another layer of drama. Some say the battery will secretly be bigger, maybe 200 mAh. Others think Samsung might stick with 6.86 inches for the display, while different reports push for 6.9. The conflicting details only make things more interesting because it means Samsung is still making decisions in real time. One thing's for sure with all these leaks about chipsets, camera islands, AI features, and futuristic display tech, the Galaxy S26 Ultra isn't just another yearly refresh. It feels like Samsung is setting the stage for a fight against Apple, against Chinese rivals, and maybe even against its own fan expectations. And that's exactly why this phone is already one of the most talked about devices of 2025.